grab your passport, open your maps, and let's take a virtual journey to 10 stunning places around the world that are disappearing right before our eyes. This isn't your average travel list, it's a wake-up call. From melting glaciers to sinking cities, the world is changing fast, and some of the most beautiful, mysterious, and magical destinations might not be around much longer. Whether you're a hardcore adventurer, a bucket list dreamer, or just someone who loves discovering hidden corners of the earth, this video is for you. Let's jump into 10 places you need to see before they vanish. And trust us, every single one is worth the trip. Number 1. The Maldives. Imagine waking up in a thatched roof villa hovering over turquoise waters, with fish swimming below your floorboards and a horizon of infinite ocean. That's the Maldives, a picture-perfect paradise made up of over 1,000 coral islands scattered across the Indian Ocean. But here's the heartbreaking part. This island nation is on the front lines of climate change. The Maldives sits just a few feet above sea level. Rising oceans, caused by melting polar ice caps and warming temperatures, are threatening to swallow the country whole. Some projections suggest that large portions of the Maldives could become uninhabitable by the end of this century, and some islands are already being evacuated. But there's more at stake than just beaches. The Maldives has a unique island culture, deep-rooted traditions, and an intimate relationship with the sea. Coral reefs here are vital ecosystems, supporting marine life and protecting coastlines. As ocean temperatures rise, coral bleaching events are becoming more common, turning vibrant reefs into lifeless skeletons. So if you've ever dreamed of diving among manta rays, lounging on powdery white sands, or witnessing a sunset that turns the ocean gold, don't wait. The Maldives is still paradise, but it's a paradise on borrowed time. Number 2. Glacier National Park, USA. Welcome to Glacier National Park, Montana's crown jewel, and one of America's most awe-inspiring landscapes. Nestled along the Canadian border, this pristine wilderness is a sanctuary of jagged peaks, crystal-clear lakes, dense pine forests, and wildflower-filled meadows. But the park's most iconic feature, its glaciers, is quickly disappearing. In the early 1900s, Glacier National Park had roughly 150 active glaciers. Today, fewer than 25 remain. If global temperatures continue rising, scientists warn the park could lose all its glaciers by 2030. This isn't just a loss of scenery, it's a transformation of the ecosystem. Glaciers provide cold meltwater that feeds rivers, sustains fish like native trout, and supports the plants and animals adapted to this cold, alpine environment. As they shrink, entire habitats shift. Forest fires become more intense, water sources dry up sooner, and the balance of life in the mountains begins to unravel. Yet the park remains breathtaking. Hike the dramatic Highline Trail, cruise the historic Going to the Sun Road, or paddle across the turquoise waters of Lake McDonald. With over 1 million acres of untouched beauty, this land still offers peace and wonder. Visit soon. See Glacier before its namesake vanishes into history. Number 3. Venice, Italy. Venice needs no introduction. The floating city of romance, art, and timeless beauty. Built across 118 small islands connected by canals and bridges, Venice has captivated travelers for centuries. But beneath its charm lies a looming crisis. The city is sinking. Founded over 1,500 years ago, Venice was built on wooden pilings driven deep into the muddy lagoon. It was an engineering marvel of its time, but today it faces the dual threat of subsidence and climate change. The land beneath is slowly sinking, while rising sea levels are pushing ever higher. Seasonal floods, known as acqua alta, have become more frequent and severe, turning streets into rivers and threatening priceless architecture. In response, Italy built MOS, a massive system of sea barriers designed to protect the lagoon. It's a bold step, but not a permanent fix. As oceans rise, the struggle to preserve Venice becomes more desperate. Yet the city still stuns. Wander through labyrinthine alleys, glide beneath stone bridges in a gondola, marvel at St. Mark's Basilica, and sip espresso in historic piazzas. Venice is a living museum, a masterpiece that floats. Don't wait. Visit Venice while its stories still echo through the canals, before the tides write a different ending. Number 4. The Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is one of Earth's most extraordinary natural wonders. A hypersaline lake so dense that you can float effortlessly on its surface, as if gravity has taken a break. Set between Israel, Jordan, and the West Bank, and framed by dramatic desert cliffs, it feels more like another planet than a place on Earth. But this surreal and sacred landscape is disappearing fast. The water level of the Dead Sea is dropping by over a meter each year. Once nourished by the mighty Jordan River, that crucial water source is now heavily diverted for agriculture, industry, and drinking water. Combine that with mineral extraction and intense evaporation in the arid climate, and the result is catastrophic shrinkage. Over the last 50 years, the shoreline has retreated by miles. Thousands of sinkholes now the surrounding land, collapsing roads, swallowing palm groves, and threatening nearby communities. What was once a thriving tourist haven is now marked by abandonment in some areas. For millennia, people have come here seeking healing from the mineral-rich mud and salty waters. But time is running out. If you dream of floating in the Dead Sea or experiencing its ancient, otherworldly magic, go soon. This marvel is fading. Number 5. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. This one hits hard. The Great Barrier Reef, the largest coral reef system on Earth, is not just a natural wonder. It's a living, breathing masterpiece stretching over 2,300 kilometers along Australia's northeast coast. Home to thousands of species of fish, corals, sea turtles, and marine mammals. It's one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet. But this underwater paradise is in crisis. Rising ocean temperatures caused by climate change have led to repeated mass coral bleaching events, where corals expel the algae they rely on for color and life. Over the last decade, entire sections of the reef have turned ghostly white and died. Ocean acidification, pollution, and overfishing are only adding to the devastation. Still, all is not lost. Some parts of the reef remain resilient, vibrant, colorful, and pulsing with marine life. Snorkelers and divers can still encounter sea turtles, reef sharks, giant clams, and dazzling schools of fish in a surreal world beneath the waves. Conservationists and scientists are racing to restore damaged areas and protect what remains. If visiting the reef is on your bucket list, don't wait. The Great Barrier Reef is still alive, still magical, but it needs you to witness it while you still can.
Number 6. The Amazon rainforest. The Amazon isn't just a forest, it's the Earth's lungs, the beating heart of the planet. Stretching across 9 South American countries and spanning over 5.5 million square kilometers, it's the largest tropical rainforest on Earth and home to more than 10% of the world's known species. From towering ceiba trees to tiny poison dart frogs, the Amazon is a living library of biodiversity, but it's under relentless attack. Every day, vast areas are being cleared for cattle ranching, soy farming, mining, and illegal logging. This deforestation doesn't just impact the region, it threatens the stability of the global climate. The Amazon absorbs billions of tons of carbon dioxide, regulates weather patterns across continents, and holds untold medicinal and scientific secrets in its depths. It's a place of wonder and wildness. Scarlet macaws soar overhead, howler monkeys echo through the canopy, and pink river dolphins glide through murky waters. But many of these marvels are vanishing. Some species are going extinct before they're even named. Visiting the Amazon can be a life-changing experience. Paddle through rainforest rivers, meet indigenous communities, and reconnect with nature's raw power. Go responsibly and help preserve one of the planet's last great wildernesses while it's still here. Number 7. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Mount Kilimanjaro rises dramatically from the plains of Tanzania like a frozen crown above the clouds. But that snowy summit is melting. Fast, over 80% of Kilimanjaro's glaciers have vanished since 1912, and some scientists say the remaining ice could be gone within a few decades. The loss of ice isn't just about aesthetics, it affects local weather, water supplies, and ecosystems. Climbing Kilimanjaro is no walk in the park. It's a multi-day journey through rainforest, alpine desert, and rocky trails, ending with a sunrise above the clouds. It's challenging, inspiring, and unforgettable. And right now, it's also urgent. Future generations may never see snow on Africa's highest peak. If you want to summit Kilimanjaro and feel the crunch of snow beneath your boots, now's the time. Number 8. The Arctic region. The Arctic is ground zero for climate change. It's warming 4 times faster than the global average, and the consequences are massive. See, ice is melting, glaciers are retreating, and permafrost is thawing. Polar bears are losing their hunting grounds. Indigenous peoples who've lived in harmony with this land for generations are watching their way of life unravel. And yet, the Arctic is still one of the most breathtakingly beautiful places on Earth. Icebergs taller than buildings, midnight sun that bathes everything in golden light, northern lights dancing across the sky like fire spirits. Visiting the Arctic is like stepping onto another planet, one that's fragile, wild, and rapidly changing. Cruises, scientific expeditions, and eco-tours offer a chance to witness this raw frontier before it transforms forever. Number 9. Machu Picchu, Peru. Machu Picchu is more than an archaeological wonder, it's a mystery carved into the clouds. Nestled nearly 8,000 feet above sea level in the Andes Mountains of Peru, this ancient Incan citadel remains one of the world's most awe-inspiring places. Built over 500 years ago with precision-cut stones and aligned to celestial events, it continues to baffle historians and archaeologists alike. But time and tourism are taking their toll. Over 1 million visitors trek here each year, and even with daily limits and preservation rules, the strain is visible. Footpaths are eroding. The ancient terraces once used for farming and support are weakening under the pressure. Landslides have become a growing threat due to increased human activity and climate shifts. Yet the magic of Machu Picchu endures. Hiking the legendary Inca Trail, arriving at the Sun Gate at sunrise, and watching mist lift to reveal sacred temples is nothing short of spiritual. It's a place where the past speaks and the silence humbles. This treasure of human history is fragile. If you've ever dreamed of feeling the energy of this sacred site and walking among its mysteries, now may be the time before erosion and overuse change it forever. Number 10. The Everglades National Park, USA. Last but not least, we journey to the Everglades, one of the most unique and vital ecosystems in the world. This vast subtropical wetland in southern Florida is a labyrinth of mangroves, sawgrass marshes, and cypress swamps. Home to endangered species like manatees, alligators, and the elusive panther, it's a haven for wildlife and a critical water resource for the region. But the Everglades are in peril. Over the past century, urban development, pollution, and the diversion of water have reduced the wetlands to less than half their original size. Invasive species like the Burmese python have disrupted the delicate balance of this ecosystem, and climate change is pushing sea levels higher, threatening to turn these freshwater wetlands into saltwater marshes. Restoration efforts are underway, focusing on restoring natural water flow and preserving native wildlife, but the challenges are immense. Exploring the Everglades feels like stepping into another era, one that hasn't been altered by time. Airboat rides, canoe trips, and wildlife safaris offer a chance to witness this endangered wilderness up close. But it's fading. Slowly. Quietly. If you want to see this untamed beauty before it's lost, now is the time to visit. These 10 places are treasures, not just for the countries they belong to, but for all of us. They remind us how diverse, delicate, and interconnected our planet really is. Visiting them isn't just about travel, it's about witnessing beauty while it lasts, and maybe even becoming part of the effort to protect it. So, which one are you putting at the top of your list? If you love this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more virtual adventures, and let us know in the comments which of these destinations you'd love to see before they vanish. Until next time, travel smart, travel kind, and keep exploring.